Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
I'm actually old enough to remember him hitting the league, and so many people are talking about his throwing motion at the time. A little bit unorthodox. No one talks about it anymore except in admiration. The ball gets to the target really well and usually with big production.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get him. Check three.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Seahawks send out their punter. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Rams now under their 33-year-old head coach, Sean McVay. They'll be led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 52 in his 8th year now out of Arizona. It's Nick Foles.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Let him know. Let him know.
Foles. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Rivers. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And the numbers from a week ago for Jarvis Landry. 3 catches, 54 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Rivers on the money, complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Rivers now from the 50. And, oh, what a catch that time by Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Gordon on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Step 180, block 11. Come on out here, go get some.
Throwing, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Landry again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. How about this defense? For a 3rd straight play, he's going nowhere. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end left. Tight end left. 4 down. Check.
Here's Foles. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? Now Foles. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's got this down to the 35. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Singletary here running out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The starters defensively now for the Seahawks. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Hold them to 13 was pretty good, but this week I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. On 2nd down, Singletary. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Easy. Quit talking about it and wing it. Strong right.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
We play to win. Let's go.
Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Here's Gordon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rivers to throw it. And he's got his man. That's Landry. With that, he matches his receiving yards from a week ago, and we still have more than a half of football to play. It's a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rivers. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rivers completes it to Dixon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Still one more game to get to here to polish off Week 14, and that's tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Should be a cold one in Philly. The Giants and the Eagles coming your way at 8:15 Eastern Time.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. So they go with a tight end carry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go again.
Now back to throw. Benjamin's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Foles. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. It's complete. Stills. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Now Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Rivers. And Stills bringing it in. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. To throw, Rivers. And Braith, the tight end's got it. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing Rivers. It's caught. Stills, right side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this one is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA! Devin Singletary, his third touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. And some room to maneuver. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. It's caught. Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 23. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On third down, Rivers gets it to Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, They just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Again, Gordon on second and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Hey, we got tight right. We got 4. We got 4.
Here's Foles. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Foles throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Foles over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped, but it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Block the team! Wait, 89!
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. That one a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Completes it to Dixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Rivers now. And he finds Stills, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
We're okay. Block the team.
They go play action. Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Rivers on the money, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. This drive's taking more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Right here.
Wait, 85.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. They run the counter. Gordon, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
And here now the offense heading back out there. Foles ready to lead this offense. Down by 15. A minute 51 on the clock. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. 20! And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It's caught by OBJ. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
To throw again on second down. Foles. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for L.A., you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.